Hello, enrichment. So today I'm going to show you how to make a table start at zero without using a calculator, or at least not doing the calculator way like we did on Monday and Tuesday. So Thornton hired a cleaning company to come and disinfect the school building. The cleaning company will charge an initial fee for coming out to the school and an hourly rate for the cleaning that they complete. The rates are shown in the table. Write an equation to model the relationship shown. So, all of these are going to be linear. So you're going to be adding or subtracting down your table. And how you know is see how my equation says 50 plus 200 and it says 200 x plus 50. So all of these are adding. There's nothing that says, 3 times 2 to the n. So all of these are adding. So as I go down my table to get from 200 to 250, well, that means I'm adding by 50. And that works for all the way down, right? But as you guys can see here, my answer choices here, none of them have x minus 1 as part of their answer because this table starts at 1. So what you have to do is you got to make that table start at 0. So in order to do that, I'm going to write a 0 up here. And we have to think about what number plus 50 is going to give us 200. Well, that number is 150. Now, if you don't know that off the top of your head, what you could have done is done the reverse, right? So if we're going down adding 50, the reverse would be going up and taking 200 minus 50 in order to find that green 150. Okay, so those are your options if you don't like the calculator method we did on Monday and Tuesday. So I'm going to write my equation out. So I have y equals, well, I'm adding by 50 as I go down my table. And because how many times I add depends on how many, hours we worked, that's going to be attached to my variable x. And I write just an x because our table now starts at 0. We made it start at 0. And its partner is what's boxed in pink. Well, that's a plus 150. That's the beginning value. Okay, so this is my answer, which is number C, letter C. So let's look at the next slide. A local pizza place offers pizzas with initial cost for each pizza and an additional charge per ingredient added. Their rates are shown in the table. Write an equation to model the relationship shown. Well, again, as you guys can see here, it must be linear because all of our answer choices are linear. So mathematically, what do we do to get from $19 to $21.50? Okay, what do we add by to get from $21.50 to $24? Well, if you don't know off the top of your head, what you can do is you can take these two and subtract them. You can take $21.50, always take the bottom number and subtract the top number, or the one underneath the second row and subtract the top row. And that's going to give you a positive 250. So we're adding by $2.50 as we go down our table. Now again, when I look at my answer choices here, A, B, C, D, none of them have x minus 1, like right here, because this table starts at 1, so one of our answers should have an x minus 1. Because it doesn't, we have to make our table go backwards to 0. So we have to figure out what number plus 250 gives us $19. Well, if you don't know that off the top of your head, just like before, you can do the reverse. You can figure out what 19 minus 250 is, and that gives you 1650. Okay, so if you do the reverse, that'll give you that original 0 value. So now we have everything that we need in order to write our equation. We have y equals, what we add by going down the table is 250. Our variable is just an x because now our table starts at 0. And then we add the partner in crime here, which is 1650. Okay, so we all are now just focused on this row with what we're adding down the table. So our final answer is letter D. So what I'd like you to do is I want you to try this one on your own, and then after that, you turn it in. Have a wonderful day, everyone.